Now, when I'm buying something, I'll do all the normal things. I'll use comparison sites to find the lowest possible price right now. I'll have a look at price history to work out whether actually what's going on now, whether I could maybe get it cheaper if I waited, if it's been cheaper in the past. I look at cashback sites and voucher codes, all those kind of normal things I'm sure a lot of you guys know already. But there's one trick that I also use for something that I need to buy that I don't need it right now, that if I can wait for. And this is price tracking alerts and price drop alerts. And it really, really can save you a huge ton of cash. It means that you buy when hopefully the prices are on the way down, if not at the bottom, the very lowest they can be. So in this video, I'm going to take you through some of my favorite websites to help you do this on your everyday products, but also on things like flights and hotels, as well as a few little tricks to maybe give you a little bit of a lucky dip there. So you might be able to pick up a bargain if you're not quite sure exactly what it is you want. Now I'm going to open over to the desktop now. Some of these are available on apps as well. I'll tell you where, but it's much easier for me to do it on desktops. And I'm starting off here. This is something you're probably all very familiar with. This is using Google Shopping. And I'm sure that is the first point of call for a lot of people when they're looking for something. Whack it into Google and just see what prices come up, find the cheapest one and go for it. Now, unfortunately, Google Shopping doesn't have a price alert system. Now, it's meant to have, and I think it might have it in the States, but here in the UK, I cannot find this price drop, this price tracking feature anywhere. So maybe it's just the things I'm looking at, it's not there for everything. But this means why it's much, much better for me personally. I'll have a look at one of a couple of sites. First one here is Idealo. Idealo is perfectly decent price comparison site. It's a pretty decent price history one here. And here's this big button, the really important one, price alert. If you hit that, you can enter your target price. It tells you the current price right now, and you can say, look, that's too much for me. That's too steep. Maybe you've had a look at that graph over here and you've seen that it's gone down to this at some point. You want to wait for that, and you can just type in what you want. Again, you can do this on the app. Idealo has an app version. Let's say I want 130 quid is what I want, and I want to tag this over. I want delivery costs included. I can save that price alert and let me put my email address in, and when that product I'm looking at hits a certain price, goes below that point, I'll get an email straight away. Another one very, very similar to Idealo is Price Buy. Price Buy I find maybe a little bit better if we talk about price history. Got a whole other video about price history, which I will link to below if you haven't watched that one. You know, these graphs and stuff, which are much better, but that also has a price alert feature. And this one, again, has similar things, but maybe a little bit more to it. So again, notify me when the price drops, just full stop. Right, if it goes down, you'll get an alert. Or you can do it when the price drops below a certain price. I haven't signed in here, so it's not happening for me, but you can put that price in. And then what's quite nice here is after, when the price drops are more than a certain amount. Now, these can get, I've got to be hands up here, they can get a bit annoying sometimes. You've got to remember to turn them off after you've signed up to them, because you might still be getting them, you know, months or years after you already bought that product or no longer need it. So remember to turn them back off, which are easy to do within the accounts. But what's quite nice about this one here from Price Buy, as you can see, is it lets you kind of give that iteration. So a bit more detail there. If you think, right, certain price, let's see how much it drops again. Idealo and Price Buy will do a huge amount of the UK online retail market. Not everywhere, not every single retailer is listed on them, but they're pretty good. Now, if you're an Amazon fan, you may already be familiar with Camel. This is, again, price history, great to kind of see the ups and downs of Amazon prices, but it's also fantastic, I think, for that price alert feature. You can choose your product that you want. I've gone here for the Echo Dot because it is a kind of, you know, popular product you'll see there, often will drop up and down in prices. And again, you've got that option up here to send an email when the Amazon price. Now, you can also, if you want to, the third-party new price, third-party used price, if you're not so worried about who you buy it from, and put in that price, and then it track it. So it will tell you what's going on. Now, you have the option, again, to choose here exactly what you're after. So do you want a price? Do you want a percentage? Do you want any price drop? Lots and lots of ways of finding out as soon as it drops down. And again, it shows you this, the importance of this. If you were to buy this now at £39, you can see from this price history graph, you're missing out because it has been, again, admittedly that was Black Friday, has been as low as £18.99. Or more recently, again, a few months ago, you could have got it for around the £25 mark. Or just maybe a month ago here, you can see it's around, what's that, 35. So you can save money on a regular basis. Well worth doing this. And of course, just because you see the price drop happen via one of particular retailers, whether that's Camel, and it's Amazon that's changing, or a different one with Price Buy and Idealo, you can use this for price matching. So it might be John Lewis stocks the product, but its price has dropped somewhere else. If they will price match that retailer, obviously they don't do a lot of the online ones, then you can use that information to kind of get that price elsewhere and maybe even stack it with extra discounts, extra cashback, things like that. So really, really love these tools. And they're great for the vast majority of your shopping. But I want to share with you another sort of specialist one here, kind of sticking with the Amazon route. And this is if you are a Kindle reader, if you like getting your Kindle books. Now, I'm currently doing a year without Amazon at all in 2021, so I'm not buying any Kindle books at all. I'm not buying anything from Amazon. But I have got a Kindle and I have been a fan in the past, and I'm sure at some point in the future after this year, I will at times get a digital book from them. And this is a great tool, again, to help you find those Kindle book bargains. It's called Reader IQ. E-Reader IQ, sorry. And you can see there are all sorts of different today's best deals telling you what big price drops have happened. So again, you want to browse for something that's maybe a bit cheaper than normal, you can do that. You've got to be careful you don't get sucked into that, oh, it's 99p, it's 1.99, I'll snap it up now, which I absolutely have been guilty with when it comes to Kindle books. But there are some great features here that if you want to, you can set notifications. So let's say, let's go to, I don't know, let's say go to Margaret Atwood, yeah? She's an author, she wrote The Handmaid's Tale, someone I quite like her books. Let's see what pops up. If I search for her, get her as an author, I can see this particular book, if I wanted The Handmaid's Tale, I could track it, that individual book, letting me know, again, when that one drops to a certain price, or I can even track the entire author. So here I'm already tracking her. When the prices drop on her book, I will get an email notification. Now, obviously, that could get a little bit annoying if someone is quite prolific, has a lot of books out there, and these prices do change quite frequently on Amazon. So maybe what you want to do is hit actual books, particular ones that you want to get those emails, and when you can pick it up rather than $5.99, maybe you can get it for 99p, or if not, a couple of quid. Great way to save yourself some money. Again, this is really important. All these things, though, as I say, really think about using this for the products you are going to buy. You'll know you're going to buy them. And it kind of limits when you are going to be on those other retailers. Because if you've got the alert up, there's no reason for you to go to that shop just to see if the price has dropped. Has it come down in price? Is it now at a price I want to pay? Because if you're doing that, you might be more tempted to look at some of the other offers, some of the other deals that are available, and buy things you don't need. So it's a really, really good way to help you not just get the lowest price, but stick to budget. Now, the last few ones that I want to take you through are maybe right now, filming this in June 2021, you won't be able to take full advantage of, but they're well worth remembering these for when we finally can start having holidays again. And this is the ability to track the prices of your flights and your hotels. Now, Google, you might not know much about the Google travel section. It's actually pretty good for finding the cheapest prices for flights. It is a comparison tool, really good, lots of different features you can mess around with. And if you search something, I've just randomly put in London to New York here in July. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing that, just to show you as an example. But you've got this option here where you can toggle on track prices, and you will get alerts for those dates when things are going down or even going up, because sometimes that you want to know if your prices, particularly with flights, if they're starting to creep up, you want to grab it at that lower price if you're going to go but haven't quite booked things yet. But much better, I would say, is go to a site called Kayak. Kayak, again, another really good comparison site for all kind of holiday type things, flights, hotels, even car hire and things like that. But if you sign up in your kind of profile, you've got the option to set up these notifications. You've got a few different options, exact dates, you know exactly where you're flying from and where you're flying to, and exact dates, because that's when your holiday is booked. That's the only times you can get away. You can set up those notifications, get those price alerts coming through when decent prices come about. Or, and this is something I really like, you can do flexible dates. You know where you want to go, but you don't know when. So you kind of want to get alerts that could be like, oh, all of a sudden there's a flash sale or a new flight timing, tickets go on sale. You can grab them at the lowest prices. You get told straight away. Hopefully you get them before the prices go up or while that special offer is available. And even better, I love this one as well. Again, not much use right now in the last 18 months, but the top 25 cities on Kayak, you can just put in where you're flying from, London, Manchester, Glasgow, whatever it might be, and it will tell you whenever there is a really good flight offer, really low price for a airline ticket to any of those top 25 cities. So you kind of just want to get away somewhere, and you want to go away hopefully with a bargain price. You get those alerts. And similarly, you can do the same thing with hotels. Not quite as many features there, but you can say where you want to go, the dates you want to be there. You can factor in, how many people are in rooms, how many guests, number of stars. You want it to be at least 3 stars up or whatever. Again, set that price alert. And this could be quite useful. Whenever I book a hotel for a holiday, I generally will try and get it so I can cancel it before I go. You never know what's going to happen, and generally you're not paying too much more for this. I only really lock in the prices if I know 100% that I'm going and I want to be at that hotel. So I generally have that flexibility to cancel. And sometimes in the past, I've had a look again, maybe 2 weeks, a week before I've gone away, just to see if there are any late deals at really nice hotels. I've taken advantage of that in places like Las Vegas, for example, where I've had a booking at a perfectly decent hotel, but managed to get for just a few quid more, a really, really, really lovely one. Now, I did that myself, but having something like this, having that hotel price alert, would be a really great way to kind of get that message in your inbox. Look, hey, here's this offer in the location that you want to be going. Snap it up now while you can. So really quick video for you guys this time, just taking you through some of these tricks. Again, you can get Kayak, Idealo and Price Spy. All of them are available on apps on your phone, so you can be just when you're out and about, set up these alerts and get them through to your phone if you want even, or to your email inbox. The other ones, Camel, and eReader IQ, they are very much just on desktop, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully they will help you get the lowest price for whatever it is you are buying. If you want to find out more about that price history feature I mentioned, then make sure you check out my other video. I'll link to it up here and below, because that will take you through what is another fantastic way to make sure you are getting the best price for whatever it is you are buying. If you found this useful, please do hit that like button, leave me a comment. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, that little notification bell as well. Really, really would appreciate it. And it really does help YouTube push this video out to other people. My name is Andy Webb. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, cheers. And here are a couple more videos you might find interesting.